Well, howdy, folks. It's time for Beyond the Smoke Barbecue Talk. So grab your drink of choice and come gather around the fire as we talk all things Beyond the Smoke. Featuring pitmaster chats from all your favorite names in barbecue. We chat about competitions, pits, meats, and everything in between. From barbecue to grilling, from trimming to smoking, we got you covered. Got questions? Let us know. We're always happy to hear from you. Thanks for coming, friend. We're glad you're here. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk some barbecue. It's time to go Beyond the Smoke.
What up, Anthony?
Happening, brother?
Welcome back. Were you on last week?
No.
Oh, they had you working like a mule out there.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro, they were slave driving me and stuff. It's all good though. It's all good, man.
Hey, at least you have a job, right? At least you have a job.
Sir. Gotta be grateful for that, man.
Not out there looking for a job.
I know that's right, especially now during the holidays.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You heard of any layoffs going on?
Yeah, actually I have, but like mostly not midstream companies though, but more like like producers and stuff like that. Yeah.
I've heard production kind of ramping down a little bit and third parties. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Good. Always grateful this time of year, man.
yeah. And that, like I told you before, that's one of the reasons why I started the trailer, man, was for shit like that, because you never know what's gonna happen, right?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes, sir. Man, I wish I could have been on him when he was. I was like, oh man, I'm like, could have been on with a Texas legend right there, man. And I was like out there, freaking in my hard hat, out there in the cold, dude. But it is what it is.
Yeah, what'd you think of that show?
Oh shit, Barbecue Bash, Coleman. No, man, I thought it was pretty good, brother. I mean, honestly, from what I caught of it, I couldn't see the whole thing. I was in and out over there, but I thought it was pretty cool, man. I was just like, man, I was trying to see if I was more nervous for Sam, see if he lost his, his edge and stuff. You know what I mean?
No, he did pretty good. Of course, he's not on right now. A little sorry,
right. So, man, how was your weekend, brother?
Not too bad. It was a little busy, but it turned out good, man. It turned out good. Got rid of all the meats.
Awesome.
And that's kind of what I was worried about, man. After a month of kind of being off and not being able to get out, I was like, man, can can I really do it? And it's risky to put that kind of money out for something if you don't know if it's going to happen or work in your favor. But man, it turned out pretty good. Friday night was a little slow. I made my money back Friday night, and so I was already kind of in the black when it came to it. And then, man, Saturday just took me over the edge, man. So
awesome.
It was good. So now we just got to get out there, do it again, and keep putting the product out there. It's what's weird about barbecue is you're always learning, right? And you're always learning what you can do, and kind of making decisions on the meat. So I learned a little bit this weekend. The trailer's flowing a lot better. I'm able to do it to where I really don't need that much help. Everything's kind of already getting kind of a little streamlined.
All right on.
But other than that, man, it's turned out good.
That's great, bro. What's up, Steven?
There's Melody. What about you?
Oh, man, I had a company Christmas party, bro, on Friday night, man.
Oh, shit.
Damn, bro, I got tore up with all the, the who's who and stuff. It was pretty fun, man. Me and the wife got dressed up, had a good time, had a blast. Ate some mediocre food, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, it looked like they gave us some pheasant or something that was dried out. The thing that made the night, though, is they waited for everybody to get a little sauce, right? And then they brought out the good stuff, street tacos, bro, barbacoa.
Oh, shit, they're waiting for that shit.
Star of the show right there. Definitely.
I bet those didn't last too long.
Oh no, there's people like making plates like to go up, to go upstairs in their room and stuff like that. It was awesome.
Damn it, boy. Yeah.
Right on.
Cool, man. Well, cool.
Oh yeah.
You doing any cooking? You haven't cooked? When was the last time you cooked?
Actually, I cooked some fajitas yesterday at my parents' house and stuff. Some steak fajitas, some beef fajitas and chicken fajitas and stuff. So I don't know, but I don't know, man. It's that time of year. You're gonna start kicking up, start cooking more around the house, and since things slow down comp wise, at least for me until January. You know what I mean? So, yeah, looking forward to doing some backyard cooking and whatnot.
Man, start putting some ads out there. Get rid of some briskets, man.
Man, I would, but my luck, I get called out right in the middle of it while it's in the stall or something. Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my wife would not be happy to finish that off for me, bro. Like 8 briskets piled up in that little pink Quattro D drum.
Upper and lower grades. Or you can just do like our guest and cook it at freaking 600 degrees and be done with it in a couple hours.
Just get it done.
Hey, like he says, get it on, right?
Right, that's right. Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna have a special co-host tonight, man. Just going to send out prayers to our brother Kyle, man. He's out there. He wasn't able to make it on tonight, and we're thinking about you, dude.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, brother.
For sure. But our guest is a boy named Sue. Anybody heard of him?
There
he is.
What's going on, Chase?
What's up, Chase?
Just ready to get this party started.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for joining us, brother.
Always.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for coming on and coming in the clutch, right?
Yeah.
So it's like having Chase at a competition. He's always there.
Yep.
For sure. Hey, Richard.
What's going on, Richard?
Oh, smoke baby.
Yeah.
Well, since we can break you in, Chase, why don't you introduce our guest for tonight?
He's a good friend of mine. He's one of my big mentor. He's my mentor, Stephen Powell, with Ugly Drum Smokers, Texas.
I know.
Hey guys,
what's going on, Steven?
Oh man, is that Chase? Oh, y'all sabotaged me, man. Hey, a boy named Sue.
That's it.
Man, it's good to finally be on your show. Y'all do an outstanding job, man. It's just always looking forward to your next episode.
Oh, I appreciate it, Steven. Yeah,
thank you.
I appreciate you taking your time and giving us a little bit of your time. We know you're busy. You're always doing something. You have your drums lit. Hell, those things are on fire all the time. So
I try to
you
keep them lit.
Yeah, yeah. That was for a while there. I was wondering, does those drums ever cool off?
They cool off pretty quick, but some of the temperatures I've been cooking at, just playing around and stuff, man, I'll tell you what, they get hot pretty fast. They ain't holding their paint very long.
There's Robert says you're his hero.
I
Hero
tell
has to
you
be.
what, I put that brisket on and I'll get it up to around 450 with the lid open, and then I'll put that brisket on the grate. And once that fat starts dripping into, it's already got flames at 450. So the lid's open. I'm starting my fire. When that temperature reaches 450 with everything open, I'll put that brisket on. And then I'm going to wait till it's around 550, 600 when the flames are lapping over.
Holy shit. Damn it.
And then I'll let that happen about till it's almost out of control. Pretty much so I can get some good videos. But do the slow-mo, you know. But man, that's going to sear that brisket there, and the juice coming out of that thing for the rest of the cook. It'll triple in size from all the injections. Looks like a pregnant grapefruit when you go to wrap it. Now, but in a competition, though, I go around 450 to 500. I start my brisket, and everybody thinks, and I'm glad we talk about this right off the bat, because everybody says you can't cook a brisket at 500. Well, you can't. I mean, I guess you could, but you're getting that initial fire lit, that heat from burning so much charcoal. Once you shut that lid, that charcoal is going to settle down. That cold chunk of cold meat you just put in there on its own without shutting. I never close an intake. I never close an exhaust. Everything's wide open at all times. On its own, it'll finish around, depending on the day, 325 to 375 on its own without adjusting nothing. It's going to bring it down on its own, and that's how I'll finish it until I wrap it.
Man, I've never tried that. Never thought of that.
Well, you know, as a brisket cooks, it shrinks. And as it's shrinking, now, you know, when they say let a brisket rest, where all your juices are right up in the top center. Some people aren't letting it rest. Why? Where are you getting your slices? Right from the center. Where's the juices? So if you and I've been panning lately too. I've stopped foiling. I've been going ahead and taking the extra couple hours and panning that thing. But as the brisket cooks, some juices are expelling out the top. We talked earlier about how long and slow you cook yours, and low and slow, there ain't nothing wrong with that brisket, but you're expelling a lot of that moisture out of there. And so, but if you'll sear it right off the bat, then you can finish it low and slow.
Right. Yeah, I never thought about it till you just talked about it. But yeah, when you sear it, your paste is basically sealing it in. Then you just lower it.
Then lower your temperature
in there. Yeah, for sure.
Even Chase has gotten a little different. He's not finishing his brisket on a drum. He's moving it over to another smoker.
Yeah, for the first hour, I get that drum, that rectangle, as hot as I can, about 550. Throw that brisket on there and let it go for the first hour and blow it up, and then move it over to the jumbo.
What temper are you finishing it off in the jumbo?
I pull it right. I don't go by temp. I go off feel.
Okay.
Once it's like butter, I leave it on there. I don't pull.
No. As far as the pit, how hot is the jumbo when you put it on?
It's around about 275, 300.
Okay, so yeah.
It settles in. It likes running 300 all day long. Add a log about every hour, and it'll just sit there and ride about 300 Cadillac. But I don't pull my brisket until about if we have pork, usually it's ribs. Usually about ribs, I quit adding wood to it and let it come down and leave the brisket. I don't ever go in Cambro anymore. I just let it right on the deal until I'm ready to slice.
Damn.
And about 30 minutes, with IBCA, about 2:30, I'll pull it, separate my au jus, get my brisket ready to sauce up and put it back on to set. and then I turn around and do my. When I get ready to slice, I'm ready to slice.
Right,
Well,
right. Yeah.
I can testify to that. I was set up with him in Midland a couple weeks ago, and I watched him did his ribs, and he gave me some big pointers on mine. Of course, mine didn't hit, but um, some of the stuff he's doing to ribs is I've never seen before. He's doing some pretty unique things to ribs, and I'll tell you what, it's his wife that has the darn recipe for his blade that will just knock your socks off, and she won't give it to him, and she won't give it to me.
Well, maybe you need to pay him $10. Pay her $10. She might give it to you.
Yeah, we'll reverse the role from that other
There
gig.
you go. There you go. Well, man, we jumped right into it, Steven. And that's awesome. I'm not complaining, but we jumped right into it. Tell us a little bit about ugly drum smokers and so when I started my barbecue journey, your page is one of the first ones that I found, and just the information that's on it, with all the examples and everything that you're doing, man, from a beginner. That's an awesome resource to have, is your page. So how long have you been running that page, or how long you been cooking, period?
Well, we all been cooked most of our lives, but competitions, I've done them in the 80s. Up here, when I moved to Houston in 95, I'm from this north central Texas. And I did a few in the early 90s. And when I moved to Houston in 95, I just stopped doing them. I was chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
Then I kind of got back involved, and I went to a cook-off, and I watched an old boy cooking on a 85-gallon rusty drum, and I was giggling. And then first place brisket, first place chicken, first place ribs, grand champion, walked away, and I went home and said, I got to find out what this is. I just had a new stick burner, and I bought that drum. That drum kit built my first drum, and I never cooked on a stick burner again.
Wow.
And that kind of got me back into barbecue. And then finding out I could cook a brisket without sleeping all night long.
Right.
I mean, without not sleeping all night long.
Right.
It was just amazing to me. It was a whole new world. It is. A drum changes the whole barbecue industry.
Correct.
And the uniqueness of the flavor that it puts out, and how cheap you can build one.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any skills at all and tools at home, I mean, you can build one for $100, $150.
Right.
I've seen guys down there in Houston that don't even put intakes or exhaust on. They're just holes. They need to plug it up. They'll stick full in there.
Yeah.
But that got me back in the barbecue in Houston's. My goodness, there's 6 cook-offs every weekend somewhere around that giant city.
Mm-hmm.
There's never an excuse not to go to one, because there's always one available. Heck, you're trying to figure out which one you want to cook in. So that got me back into it, and then for a while there, a lot of these people building drums, they'll get that what they call drum fever. God, I've never made nothing pretty in my life. Look how pretty that! I got to make another one. I had a whole garage full. But I think my problem on drums, so for me, is that I give more away than I sell. I think Chase has that problem, and I can't charge $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 for one, $800 for one, because I know you can build it for $200. My whole channel I started was to help other people build their own, so they don't have to buy one.
Right.
People will say, "Where can I buy one?" They'll take a post, "Where can I buy a drum smoker?" And I'm gonna go, "Well, can we talk into letting us help you build one? I'll be happy to mentor you, help show you where to buy the kit, help you find a barrel in your area. And even if you want, I got barrels here. If you'll buy the kit, come out here. I will spend my day with my tools, pay me nothing, and I will help you build and paint that thing, season it,
awesome.
Give you a free class on how to use it, and send you on the way home and make you a nice video."
That's awesome.
The whole build. So it's me. Just I think everybody ought to have one. You go in a neighborhood and you go knock on every door on the street, not one person. You say, "What's a drum smoker?" They're gonna say, "I don't know."
All right.
I think I'm not going to stop screaming through the rooftops till everybody has 2 in their backyard.
Nice.
Right.
That's how much
That's
I
awesome.
believe in them.
That's awesome, Steven.
Are there other better cookers? I mean, for not really, not for the flavor that the drum gives. The uniqueness of cooking over charcoal, letting that fat of its own fat steam in itself, flavoring itself. Beef tastes more like beef. Chicken tastes more like chicken. And that uniqueness of charcoal. And, you know, something Aaron taught me, which I really like, is taking used charcoal.
Mhm.
And you get to a competition, get your fire going. And then just before you put your meat on, you'll throw that used charcoal in there, let that get going, then you put your meat on. And you get that extra layer of backyard flavor in there, that used charcoal catching on fire.
Right.
It's already had drippings down on it, and it's already flavored. So yeah, that helps. That helps a lot on flavor. Everything's about layers of flavor.
Right. Right.
I don't think anybody does that much better than Chase.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that about the charcoal, because here lately I've been doing it, and I've seen a big, not in competition, but you know, for the trailer and for customers, and every once in a while I'll still try a piece, and just to make sure that it's, you know, kind of up to my standards. And I've noticed a difference when it comes to using straight new charcoal compared to charcoal that I use, you know, to make some fajitas or a pork steak or something, you know what I mean? Just to start the fire, throw that in there and get it going. And man, it's money. It's money. I've been doing that here lately. I'll just say
Yeah. It's a big tip. It really is. If people haven't tried it, you got to try it.
Yeah. I was just being cheap, but hey, it works, right? Using cheap used charcoal. So
But the same thing on the drum. When you finish with your fire, you just smother it.
yeah, right.
Shake out the ash, add to it. That charcoal's just flavor. That's all that is.
Right.
It's a fuel source full of flavor.
And where are you out of these days, Steve? I know you said you live in Houston. I know where you're from, but you're
Yeah, I'm in Weatherford, Texas now.
right.
And that's about 30 minutes west of Fort Worth down I-20
Oh, yeah.
on the way to Midland.
Yeah.
Hey,
Basically,
and it was
the middle of
good seeing
everything.
y'all out there in Midland.
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely had
That was a great cook-off.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Aaron puts on quite a show out there.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, every year it's getting better. Every year it's getting better. Were you there the first year?
I wasn't the first year. I went last year and this year.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Year one was a hornet's nest for damn sure. Ain't that right, Anthony?
Yeah.
Oh, this year was a
Well, the
fun
first
fest.
year I went, I sat up next to Chase as well, and he has all them flags out there. Man, them flags are popping. That wind was hopping, and that dust was on everything. Everything you touch, you open your mouth, you're tasting it. And the judges, there was something going on in the American Legions, and the night before the state night, they judged under a canopy in the wind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everything had to be crusty with dust.
That's what it was the first year too. Dakota said he'll pay Melody $10 for rib class.
No.
Hey, his daughter's doing really well.
Yeah.
Winning her first grand champion. And
Well,
when I was out there, she got second. When out there at Midland. Followed that up with a first and a second.
yeah, that little one's got the fire for sure. Definitely got.
It's great seeing these kids starting. I think them starting the kids queuing things and doing different age groups now. I think it's fantastic. It's just the same thing as high school barbecue. I teach a few teams. The Weatherford here has a team. I teach the Lipan team, Millsap team. John Hernandez comes out here with me, and he helps teach us some of these kids as well. He's teaching kids out of Temple. We set them up with smokers. Michael Majak Meats just set up his team down at Willis High School. Their first barbecue team, and they picked up 6 school themed smokers and
nice
about a month ago, and they're getting after it. His son's on the high school team, and so he's coaching them and all. They ought to do really well with Mike coaching them.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, Mike's a killer for sure, man. I met him last year, and we've been pretty close since. But he helps me out. I use some of his
Rich.
his moink, and he has some of the best seasonings, man.
I met him a long time ago when he had the meat market there in Conroe, and he was just, gigantic check up there from the State of Butchers Association, Butcher of the Year, 1998 or something. And I mean, out of all the butcher shops in Texas, he's Butcher of the Year. That tells you something about the man right there.
Absolutely.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
What's up,
And
Kevin?
he's a sausage making son of a gun himself.
Yes. He's quite creative.
I've been telling him, I know we're kind of going off the rail, but I've been telling Mike that I need to get him on the show, him and Frank. I need to get both on the show. So we'll get it done.
He'll love that.
Oh yeah, for sure. That just goes back to, the guys that are out there that are not recognized as much, you know what I mean? It's funny that you say that, but he's one of the guys where one of the old timers. He's really not that old, but he'll tell you everything that you need to know when it comes to barbecue. He's an open book, just like you, just like all of us. You know what I mean? No secrets when it comes to it, and even now, even these days at HEB, that I'll be looking at a brisket or something. Somebody come up to me, ask me a question. I guess they see me going through all the meat. I'm wearing all my barbecue gear, so I guess they know that, I'm a barbecue guy. So, and then once I get started, I just can't stop talking to people about barbecue. So
I have had so many people out here that I've met at HEB at the meat counter.
Yeah.
They usually go, "Hey, you look like you know what you're doing." Or if I see somebody who obviously doesn't know what they're doing, I'll say, "You need a little help."
Right.
And then I'll ask it, how you going to cook that? What are you cooking it on? And I'll try to give them a little advice. Every one of them, I don't talk to one of them at length that I don't invite out.
That's awesome.
Right. Few pick it up because they're not competition cooks. They're just regular people, but regular people. But the ones that do, it's life-changing for them. Life-changing.
Yeah, for sure. There you go, Robert.
And there's nothing better when somebody's leaving here, and this is true story. I've had them say this to me easily over a dozen times. Somebody getting in their car, and at the last minute before they stick their foot in their car and close the door, they go, "Man, you just changed my life."
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Ain't nothing better.
I had somebody come up talk to me at HEB, and break the ice with briskets aren't cheap these days, right? And I started talking to him, whatever, and I saw that he had a cart full of ribs. I said, "Yeah." I said, "You cook?" He said, "Yeah, I got to kind of getting into cooking." I said, they're doing a rib cook off somewhere. I don't know where it was. It was a non-sanctioned little rib cook off, and he's like, started asking me questions. It's like, "What would you put on it?" And I'm like, "Dude, you really want to get into this now? Because it's going to be like a 30, 40-minute fucking conversation." You know what I mean?
Get your notebook out.
Get your notebook out. I said, "I'm going to have to take you all the way across freaking the store and go get you everything you need." He's like, "No, I got time. I said, "Well, we can kind of cut this time off and say, are you injecting? So then we don't have to mess with that." He's like, "No, I'm not going to inject." I said, "Okay, well, let's just go around." And by the time he left, man, I kind of blew his mind as far as like what to put on it and how to get the colors and just what to do with the brisket. I mean, to the ribs, he didn't know, right? And like you said, by the end of our little conversation, 40 minutes had gone by, and he's all like, "Man, thank you, I really appreciate it, and I never would have thought to do this stuff." So, it's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
You can't do the whole story and give him everything you need because they don't sell everything.
Right. Yeah. You're breaking up, Steven. Breaking up again.
Yeah, we got a little static.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're there. I think it's when you're moving. I don't know. Maybe your phone's not catching it, but What do you think, Chase? You have the same issues up there?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like today, I went and got my brisket for U Valley this weekend. I don't know if we're gonna make it there or not, but I went and got one, and I had like 3 people ask me, "Man, you're going through all the briskets?" I'm like, "Yeah." What do you look for? I said, I'm looking at marbling. I'm looking at how thick the flat is, how good of a point it has on it. I mean, I go off look at the weights, and it just kind of they were like, oh, I never really thought. I've always just done the bend test, and I'm like, no,
Yeah, the bend test.
I don't ever do the bend test anymore. I know what to look for, and I mean,
I
Steven's a
rarely
big
do it either.
Steven's Steven's a big part in showing me what to look for and what to find, and I mean, he showed me how to trim, and my trimming has really stepped up since then. I had a memories pop up from a cook off from my first year, and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I've come a long ways.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We all have one, yeah.
For sure. I was actually looking for the promo. I was looking for something, looking for the ugly drum smoker, something to do, and kind of going through ideas. And I typed in ugly drum smoker on Facebook, and I started seeing some of my old posts that I was making on the page. When I first started, I'm like, man, that looks like shit. I was like, that looks horrible.
Yeah.
But at the time, you know, I was proud of it, and it was like, man, that's pretty. You know what I mean?
Now you look back, you're like, man, who the hell did that hack job?
Well, I mean, for instance, when we did the moose knuckle this year, it was on around the same weekend, and I had a memory pop up from the moose knuckle from my brisket the year before, and I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, I turned that in. I'm like, why? I said, well, that was horrible.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure it tasted good, but it just doesn't look good, huh?
Yeah, it didn't look good at all. What's up, Aaron?
There's Aaron.
Yes, sir.
So I got a question for Steven. Who inspired you to get into barbecue?
Who to get into barbecue?
To get into competition, I mean, just barbecue in general.
The first barbecue I ever did was with a brother-in-law, my ex brother-in-law. I was married to my sister for years and years. We did a barbecue out here at Possum Kingdom, you know, and I think we got first place brisket 3 years in a row.
Damn.
And then that was in 91, 92, 93. I moved to Houston in 94. I did do one that I did a couple in the 80s, but they were more like just for fun, and we didn't know what we were doing. But there we knew what we were doing.
What's up, Betty?
And then I got out of it when I moved to Houston. And then, like I was telling the story earlier about how I found the drums and got back into it. It's just a godsend to get back into it. It's just the people, it's a community, it's a fellowship. The people you meet, the honest looks they see when you see each other and hadn't seen you in a few years. The things, the stories, the secrets people share with you. Right. You know, it's just, you go, hey, I would never thought about that.
Just got to ask.
I don't go around Chase now. He don't show me something that I'll go, why didn't I think of that?
Right. You know, you're not going around there saying that.
He's in the middle of his learning cycle, man, and he's gathering so much. And that's a different day and age now. There's so many ways to learn versus the old school. You know, you had to just hope that you sat up next to somebody who was going to be friendly enough to share something.
Right.
Now you can spend $500, go get online and learn all you want.
So my deal is when I came and took you were my first class I really took was at your house that one day. And when me and Melody came over and yada, and we had a good time. And then the next one that's when I went to Paris, my first year cooking. I was 6 comps in, went to Paris, got like the next week after I was at Stevens, I got a perfect score chicken with his recipe at Paris.
I never got a perfect score.
30-way tie and a buckle, my first buckle, 6 comps in. And we instead of going up through Wichita Falls to go back to Lockney, I was like, you know what, we gotta go to Weatherford and show Steven this. I called Steven, he met me at the gas station, the truck stop. So
I
I had a
remember that.
camper, and I said, hey, look at this. And it was just one of those things I was over there almost every month, at least once a month. Even now, I still go over there at least once a month. Try to.
Yeah, we see each other about once a month.
Uh,
And let me tell you what, how far he's come. Because now that you say that, I met him. We talked around the back of his truck, and you want to talk about the clampets, the cook-off clamp, back of that truck, packed. Couldn't fit anywhere in that thing. And now he's got a darn first-class living quarter
Yep.
trailer, cooking trailer.
probably
Boy,
about
I
to get
tell you
another
what,
one.
Fixing to get
he's
better.
fixing to get another one. And he's got to have a bigger one. Why?
Melody's
Oh,
pregnant
Shane.
again.
Shame.
Oh shit!
Well, there it is. It's in
You heard it
your.
first.
It's
You heard it
announced
first.
now. We have
Yeah.
a new pitmaster on the way.
We
Congratulations.
got number 5 on the way.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Chase.
Congrats, man. Congrats
Big
to you both.
congrats.
It was a shocker, but we're excited. We're ready. We now that we've got our heads wrapped around it, and the fact that we're about to have 5 kids in the house, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's get another pitmaster in here.
There you go.
Right on, man.
That's
You
one
know,
more
You just.
mouth to feed. You're going to need a new smoker.
I was gonna say he's gonna need one of those travel buses.
Mhm.
He went from a 40-footer to a fucking 80-footer.
Don't get me a Prevost. No, but what I was saying was Stephen gave me my first class, and then I went to the barnyard, and he had Carlos Calzada do a class out there at his house.
Right.
Stephen shows you, and be honest, you tell me straight, because after that first time I was watching Stephen cook and I tried his injection, I was like, Stephen, that's not what you showed me in your class. And then he was like, well, no, I'm not going to tell you all my secrets. And I'm like, okay, so that makes sense. And then what really got me kicked off and really started studying on how to do your injections and mix seasonings and what goes with what was when I took Carlos's class, Calzada, at Stephen's house. And I mean, it was just mind blowing. His class
Right.
is, if he ever does another class, take it, because the stuff he does in that first class was just crazy. And then that's when I really started, well, I can mix these injections together and see what they taste like.
Right.
And try it. I mean, and now, I mean, you can ask Steven at Midland. He tried my chicken injection. He tried my brisket, my rib. I mean, what would you say? I mean,
You just want to drink it.
From when I first started, what it to now? Because I mean.
Oh, no,
think
he said his sauce is everything he's got. The mixture of rubs that he uses, everything is just, his flavors is just so phenomenal. They really are. He's come a huge long way. And he's right about Carlos. Carlos shouldn't call his class a class. You got to call it a school.
It's a school, yeah.
It's long. It's in detail. And, you go in there, most classes, you go in there, somebody who's cooked for years and years, you think, you go in there. Robert Serra said this to me. We took a class together up there in Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas. No, not Dodge City. We was in Kansas City. And we walked in there saying, we hope to learn one thing, at least one thing. Now, Carlos, you just put your book away, forget everything you know, and he turns your head around. But he does everything a little different, in detail.
Yeah.
And he uses some stuff you would never think about using.
Yeah.
He's a wizard. So he's right. If you get a chance, Carlos ever does a class again, you definitely should take it.
Anthony, you took Carlos's class, didn't you? That's where you won that orange drum. When I think about it, right?
I got that Brooks drum from me. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, man. No, that was a good class. Yeah, I took it at his place over there. Had a nice setup there, man. It was a really detailed class, so it was pretty good, man. Definitely.
But Steven showed me the basics. He showed me, because at that point I was cooking on an old reverse flow that my wife bought me for a wedding gift. And I mean, I loved the way that thing cooked, but you had to stay up all night with it. And I was just like, man, what? I'm sitting there at Red Raider Meats is what really got me interested in drums. I was sitting there watching Tony with Outdoor Chef. They're all waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, y'all slept all night. I'm out here cooking, and y'all slept. And he's like, man, it takes
What's up, Chad?
no time to cook on these drums.
Yeah.
Come get you one. So I went and bought my first one. Next thing I know, next week I went and got my second one. And then I built my third one, and then I just started building them after that. It was just taking off from there.
Mhm.
He's got 10
And
going out next week.
Yeah, Shane. He definitely a Yankee fan. Oh man.
But no, it's just one of those things that, I mean, if it wasn't, and I say this, and if it wasn't for Steven showing me the mentoring me like he has, especially in steak, I always tell everybody getting into it, I say, if y'all need to go, if y'all want to learn anything about this, go see Steven Powell.
Right, right.
Here's his number. Give him a call. You're going to take a brisket, ribs, and chicken. Go out there and just let them know when you're coming and say, hey, are you open that date? And if you are, go out there and you'll cook. Spend the day with them. If you really want to get intense, ask them to scorch the porch on your brisket. I mean, it's crazy.
Score, yeah, we don't go hot and fast. We scorch the porch.
Yeah, you scorch.
It's a whole nother level right there. Nah, man. I love that setup Steven's got out there, man. It's nice. That's a great atmosphere. And everyone's like basically like I've only been there twice for a class, but it's just that atmosphere and it's in itself, man. It just makes you want to just hang out longer, enjoy yourself. And it's set up just for you can learn in a comfortable environment and you're comfortable there to where you're not just there to go ahead and just say I'm going to show up here and absorb as much knowledge as I can, take notes, and I'm out. No. You go over there and you get so much more from it, man. And it's really cool, man. It's like a big.
And when I host classes,
very nice.
I appreciate you saying all that. When we host classes here, we're not like the host errands and whatnot. And I make sure we get a counting class, and I'll go to everybody I can get with sponsors and whatnot. And I usually have at least everybody's going to win a prize.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We gave away that big PK.
Mm-hmm.
I think you won a winery trip.
Yeah, it's a shame. I think you said it shut down too.
Yeah, they shut down recently. But they had just opened, and they went to, everybody won a prize. We try to make sure everybody gets an Inkbird thermometer, and everybody should get something. So we go to a lot of effort here. Heck, it costs me more to host a class than it does for me to buy one. But they're a lot of fun, and getting everybody together and
feeding
there's
everybody.
nothing better. There's just nothing better.
Well, and there's something else I respect about Steven is he's about giving.
Right.
And that's where I've learned. I used to be real, I don't know, kind of the Grinch. And then over the years, it's kind of changed. Me and him were talking about the other day. We were sitting there going, how many drums have you built, Steve? He said, a bunch. I said, how many have you made money off of? He said, I've given away more than I've made money off of. And it's the same way here. If it's a good cause, you better believe I'm going to donate to it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to do a drum. I feel like my name is finally getting out there. People are calling me now saying, hey, we want one of your drums. I'm not looking to make. My drums will never get above $750. My drums will sit. I will let it sit there for all that I care.
Yeah, with wheels and everything, that's where I'm at, $750.
I mean, my price will not raise. No matter what. No matter how fancy I go with it. Now, if you get a custom paint job, that's a little bit different, like that whiskey barrel drum I did. I mean, that's a little bit different. But
that's an $800 paint job.
Yeah, but when it comes to just a bass drum, 2 colors, single intake, basket, grate, gauge, wheels, wheel kit, $750 out the door. If you want a sign, it's an extra $50 or a logo put on. Like I said, I'm not, and on the signs, I'm not making any money off of it because, again,
That's about
it's
$150 profit.
yeah.
200 max.
And so I'm more like the bash. I've already told them I'm giving 4 for next year.
Wow.
Smoke in the Mountains, I'm giving 4 barrels and a Weber for the steak.
That's awesome.
I've already got a list of cook-offs for next year. Tried and True in Midland, I'm giving a barrel. They're doing another barrel next year. I mean,
We'll
I
both
don't
be
know if
giving
we're
one at Cooking for Cowboy next year.
Yep, I got another one for Cooking for Cowboy for next year. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Smoke in the Mountains because that's Melody's due date, but they're going to be drums there for
our due date.
our due date.
I am not in this by myself.
You're fixing to get hit.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that those are cook-offs that mean a lot and they're good causes. I mean,
Right.
the bash is one of the big ones that we won't ever miss. And I told Colin that I said, man, I don't care if it's sanctioned or not. I'm going to be here. We have a great time. It's great hospitality. I will figure out how to get out here and do whatever I can.
Right.
But it's just, and I learned a lot of that from Steven. He's like I said, he's top notch. If you ever get a chance to go out, go to his place, cook, just hang out and have a good time.
Yeah, that's all we do is come out here. Like you said, it's a great comfortable place to hang out. I'll help you build your drum smoker. I'll help you with your barbecue. I'll help you how to learn how to cook on a drum smoker. Whatever somebody needs, is if they're in the barbecue world, part of the barbecue community, I'm here to help them.
Right.
Which we all should be to some point.
That's one of the big things I did for Steven this year at Cooking for Cowboy. I was like, man, just show up. You don't have to bring drums. You don't have to bring nothing. Just show up. And he showed up.
He had me 3 smokers lined out to use. Had me a table, a canopy, a generator.
I had his meats trimmed for him. Had his injections made, other than chicken. Had all his injections made for him. All he had to do was show up and cook. And that was my thank you to Steven for everything he's done for me.
And I did appreciate it. The only thing that I know that he did do though that he ain't talking about is we didn't get there till after 7 after steak, and he was praying, I hope they don't get here because I know he'll beat me in steak. And we got there too late to cook steak.
Oh man!
But next year I'm not gonna be late.
He can't
on Friday night. We're gonna get there early because that's my favorite part of the competition. Mm-hmm. I love that steak thing. That's man to man, 1-on-1, cooking the same thing. 10-minute cook, 8-minute cook. Mm-hmm. Let's get it on.
Right.
There you go.
Aaron says
it blows me away. Chase cooks on that little cooker, man, but it works.
Yeah.
He got me changing the way I'm cooking my steak because of that.
Hey, you don't need a fancy PK. You don't need to go out and spend
hasty bait
$600 on a little steak grill when you can go to Walmart and buy a little $59 Weber. It's actually my son's Weber, his old one, because I bought him another one, a taller one. A little $59 Weber, and that's all you need to cook steak on. Get it hot, and just go.
Right.
Hey, aren't you making him a smoker? Your son?
Yes, I am.
That's going to be nice. You're going to like that.
And Ellis. And I'm making one for Ellis, too.
30 gallons. Perfect size for him.
Yeah.
Talk about your drums, Steven. Like, what are you looking for? I mean, it's kind of evolved, right, as far as the way you build them, or has it always been the same design, same?
No, it's the same. It's not the same design as far as I still put the intakes in the same exact place I've always put them. I've always all the equipment, the important things go in the same place.
Right on, Aaron.
But I'm always coming up with different parts. Last year I come up with what's called the lid swing,
Right.
and I had one in my drum. I gave away to the grand champion there in Midland, and I wanted to hang around, made sure after he slowed down on celebrating to give him a little class on how to work that lid swing because it's not your typical hinge. But the way it's coming up with evolving parts, especially that lid swing's awesome. Our biggest thing is when you open your drum and that hinge clicks in, locks it in place, and you get your hands full and you turn your back on it, you're burning it up.
Right.
You're not gonna turn back around. I still do it if I'm cooking with a hinge. So that'll tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
So I come up with that lid swing. So instead of coming up, it just rises up and you swing it off. But as you address your drum, say you're ready to pull your meat on, you put your empty pan on your lid, pick it up, swing it over around 3/4 off while it's still over the edge of the drum. And that's a hard table now. You can fill that pan up full of pork butts and pick it and then shut your lid and then pick the pan up. You'll never leave your lid open again.
Right.
So it's just making drums easier to cook on, trying to make the experience for the user and where they can focus more on the meat and not the drum. And that's one thing I teach you is don't worry about the temperature. If you think you want to cook at 275, it's 375. Guess what? Worry about the meat, not the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You're cooking at 375 today. If you're cooking at 450, guess what? We're cooking at 450 today, boys. That's where you're cooking. Stop worrying about trying to close an intake and trying to get the fire down to the fire hotter. That's where you're cooking. Worry about the meat.
So this could go on a long time. And she said,
I think that's the biggest tip is people worry so much about adjusting stuff and trying to get I got to cook it right at 300. Who said? For years, they said you got to cook a brisket at 225, 250.
he said, I don't think it's going to be over today.
You had to cook it all night long, just 12 to 20 hours. No. I've got many 2.5-hour videos on a brisket cook.
Damn it.
Come out, just bend over your finger, dripping wet.
Jeez.
And Arnie Beck showed me a way to fake the bark. I can make that thing look like it's been smoked 30 hours in 10 minutes.
Dang.
So yeah, I mean, there's always ways around that, but it's just so much. Barbecue's just so much fun, and learning new tricks, and watching people like Chase and these young kids grow, and his children winning and participating, and it's just he's making a family thing out of it. They go out there and they're going to stay Saturday night. They're going to get up Sunday. They're going to cook breakfast. I mean, that you've worked all week. That's a family affair now. We're coming all out, and for his kids to be getting involved, that's what it's all about.
Right.
Well, and I look at it this way: is we're going out camping with our friends every weekend. That's what we're doing. We're going out camping, and yeah, there's a little competition in there, but you know what? We're still hanging out. We're all friends. We're having a good time, and that's what.
I think the only thing Chase is missing is a dog.
No, I got two. There's a little too big take with us.
Right.
But no, I mean that's what we're doing every weekend as cooks. We're going out, we're hanging out with our friends, when we're camping in a parking lot somewhere. Doesn't matter where, but we're one big happy family, and we're out there having a good time.
Right, Robert.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And when you have a spouse that shares, like he has, it shares your passion for it.
Yeah,
that's always a huge plus.
Absolutely.
And in all my days, I never would have thought I would have been a regional director with one of the barbecue organizations, nor her become a head judge and her become a director at large. But I mean, you know what? We're trying to help the barbecue. We're trying to help. We're trying to make it better.
Right.
Make these cook-offs bigger and better, and have a better quality cook-off. Because I mean, Anthony, you tell me, we've had cook-offs up here that were 10, maybe 15 teams, and now look where we're sitting at.
Yeah.
We got cook-offs that ever since I started, I never heard of, other than Raider Meats and some of the bigger name cook-offs. I never had these little cook-offs. Never went to a little cook-off that was any more than 15 to 18 teams. Now we're sitting at 25 to 32, 35 teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's the hornet's nest almost every time.
Yeah, it's never going to be easy.
And I mean, and we sit there and we put challenges out. Yeah, I trash talk. I admit I trash talk. That's part of it though. But I'm actually
Well, Aaron's
challenging.
cook-off had almost 50 people there this year.
Yeah. I mean, I come out there and I challenge people. I say, yeah, I want to bring it. Come on. I need to I'm chasing that challenge. Like this year, I'm gonna start going towards South Texas a little bit more.
There you go.
In between our cooks up here. Because I'm going to put the challenge up down there to get them guys to come up here and cook more of ours.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but for that to happen, we have to go down there and cook theirs too.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
And that's something I don't know. I kind of think about is like Aaron's cook-off, that cooking for cowboys is he spends his whole year going to everybody's cook-off, traveling.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
Miles.
he's got to travel 4 or 5 hours before he takes a right or a left or keeps going straight to the next cook-off.
Right.
You know, so he's some of these cook-offs 7-8 hour drive for him.
Yeah.
But he don't miss a weekend cook-off. And I think I think once people start recognizing what all he does for the community, his cook-off should be doubled within a couple of years.
Right.
I mean, he spends his effort to go support everybody else's. I think that thing should grow fast. As great as a cook-off, great as as the way it was ran. There's a young lady running that thing. I don't know whose wife that is. He might speak up, but she did one. She runs both years I was there. Perfect experience for me as a cook. All the way through the awards. Everything was perfect experience.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, I think with cooking for Cowboy, I mean it's becoming a staple as far as a West Texas cook, and it is getting out there. 3 years into it, and as popular as it is, I think the theme for next year needs to be bigger thorns, bigger stickers, bigger bushes. That's the theme, Aaron. It's mesquite thorns. So don't worry
Bigger
about
belt
cutting them.
buckles.
There you go.
Speaking of belt buckles, hold your buckle up, Mr. Ribeye King.
Which one?
That new one you just got in.
Kevin, you're right, man. Kind of hard to beat that. Yeah.
Look at that beautiful thing. That
Damn,
might
that's
be the
beautiful.
best buckle I ever seen.
Damn it.
Barbecue bash.
It's barbecue bash. No, I agree, Kevin. I mean, it's hard to pass up a 30, 45-minute drive compared to out here. So
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, but and I hear that a bunch too. I mean, I understand you got to drive a cook-off that's right there in your neck of the woods. You're close by. 100%. I mean, don't pass up a cook-off that's right there when you can drive 8 hours to another cook-off. But that's where I'm coming in. I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to drive 6-7 hours to your cook-off. Why don't y'all come up here and do one of ours? Just one. I don't care if you just do one of you. Just pick one, come up over here and do it. You want to talk about West Texas dirt, wind, and let's see how you do it up here in the dirt and wind. And
yeah,
it's a whole different atmosphere from anywhere else.
Well, and I can vouch for like Bobby and them and Kevin. They come up here. They do Smoke in the Mountains every year.
I've seen Kevin there at Aaron's event too. Yeah,
yep.
So, yeah, they do.
Fort Stockton. They come to Fort Stockton and stuff.
And I'm not calling any. I'm talking more of the cooks that like. For instance, I called out a bunch of IBCA cooks this last year. Kevin and them, they come up here all the time.
Right.
Kevin, Bobby, all of them, I've seen them all up here. I'm talking about your IBCA cooks. I want them up here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about, like I said, this next year I put some challenges out there. I'm going down there, and I'm holding to it. And they better show up here.
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna fight just like I do up here every weekend.
Right.
I mean, I think this year so far we've done almost 34, 35, 36, somewhere in there, cooks again. And that's, I mean, we were going down Hampstead. I mean, we went everywhere.
Yeah, you
Me
put
and
some
Marty,
miles on your vehicle traveling.
well, that new pickup I just bought back in August had 80,000. I'm already sitting at 107 on it right now.
Damn it.
And that's since August.
How are you picking cook-offs there, Steven? Whatever you kind of close to your heart.
I do anything local usually. I try to stay within a 2-hour radius. But when
Yeah.
there's something as special and as great as cook off like at Aaron's in Midland, I'm going to that. I do the last. Now this one this year, the big one here in Weatherford, the barnyard.
Peter.
There's somebody. Chase is trying to get me to skip it this year, and we're going to go do this other one he's wanting to go cook.
I don't know if you can skip the barnyard. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Great cook off, but I try to stay. I try to stay local, and I don't cook unless I got somebody going with me. I'm not going to do it by myself. I got a bad leg and doing the walking and all that. And stuff. It's worse, I'm old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got somebody going with me, and it's always nice coming to Midland. Chase is so helpful to me when I'm up there. It's just remarkable. But I've always got to have somebody with me, and then somebody I can teach. Shadow, help them learn. I took 2 guys up there to Midland. Never been to cook off before. 2 friends of mine, Byron and Tim. Byron got an 8-place salsa.
Right on.
And all he can talk about, even today, he talked about it, how Judge 8 said his salsa was runny and gave him an 8.
Yeah.
He said, I hope he got sick
Yeah.
off the salsa, and the next morning he had the runs. It was so runny.
Hey,
But
Anthony
I told him, welcome to barbecue. There's one judge who's going to beat you up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's one judge going to beat you up. I think that same judge beat Chase up at that cook-off. Judge 4. Whoever that was. But it's great bringing these new people back in there. They're kind of hooked, got a little bug of it. They don't want to do it. They said on the way home, we wouldn't want to do this every weekend, but that's fun to go do.
Well, and that's something that me and Melody are also working on trying to, I mean, we're big about helping these newcomers coming in. We want the younger, I mean, we got a high school kid coming in that's from Amarillo, and he's kicking our butts at every comp. He's in top 50 right now in IBCA. I mean, we want that though. We want these younger guys to come in here. We want the next generation. We're pushing for it. I mean, I want my kids doing it later on.
Right.
But there also comes a time where you got to take a break and enjoy your family a little bit. And you can't just run yourself to the dirt just doing this every weekend. I mean, there's other things that we want to do. And we're going to do more family events this next year. And we're going to travel around and do a little bit more just where there's not a cook-off involved.
We're not going to have a choice.
Well, and but it's about having going out there, and I mean we're really wanting these new guys coming in. I mean we're going as far enough as we've talked about so far, starting up we're looking at, it's in the works. We're talking about it. It's still under word. West Texas BBQ Foundation.
Nice.
And we're going to set it up to where we have it to where if somebody's wanting to get into it but doesn't have the funds to, like, hey, you just want to go do one and try it out and see how you like it? Here you go. Here's
That's
some
awesome.
drums. Here's your meats for that comp. Here's your entry fee. See if it's what you want to do. We don't want you to get discouraged by it. We want you to go out and enjoy it, not have to worry about the money side of it. and we're trying to get more people into it again,
Yeah.
especially up here in West Texas.
Well, I think the barbecue gods kind of help out with that because you'll end up fucking walking in all three categories and get hooked.
Yeah,
like I did.
Exactly.
Like I did.
But and another big shout out I want to give is and this Steven's got me connected with him, and me and him become pretty good friends here lately. And
There you go.
Here in the last year or two, we've gotten where we hang out a lot more and do more together. That's Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron is one of the big ones that has really showed me quite a bit here lately, and he's helped me out a lot in the last year and a half, 2 years that I've known him. Well, since I've started cooking, but it's because Steven, he's got me on that path with him, and I sit there and I listen to everything. I learn to listen to what he has to say.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people there for a while, I was just like, whatever. And then now it's like, you know what? I actually probably need to listen. I do it and then it works. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to start doing this now. I mean,
yeah.
I was big about stuck in my ways, and I'm big about, you know what? Texas and all over the U.S. is different regions. The flavor profile changes from here to west to South Texas. From here to Uvalde, it changes. You can't run necessarily the same profile. There's some tweaks you have to change to make it match that area. And one of the big things Steven told me to do, he said, man, pull in that town, Google what's the best barbecue joint in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Go get one of everything on that menu that you're going to be competing with for that day.
Right.
And then try to match your profile to that, because that's where everybody goes, and that's where your judges are coming from. And so
that's what their favorite barbecue place in town. That's what they're used to.
Since I started doing that, that's my I started placing higher. And I mean, I think a lot of it is because of Aaron and Steven, and I mean, my wife is a big one in that. She's one of the biggest ones, actually. She's really pushed me to succeed and try to be more competitive, especially when we're cooking against each other. And she kills me in pork and ribs.
She's been doing well in pork and that. I'm telling you, she got that glaze. It's just wow.
Well, that's awesome, man. That's awesome that you know that you're kind of that Steven helped you out the way you are, and now you're helping out people, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Like I said at the beginning of the show, Steven, I mean, you helped me not even knowing, you know what I mean, by having the page and all that stuff. I know you helped Kyle too, and I think when Kyle was getting started, it was the same thing with him. You know, I think he went over to your house and you helped him get a drum and you know, everybody kind of goes through Ugly Drum Smokers Texas, so it's pretty awesome.
Man, I appreciate y'all saying that. It's a joy to be a part of the community. It really is. I mean,
yeah,
the majority of the people are really, really good people.
Right.
But again, thank you, Steven. If Aaron's still in here, thank you, Aaron, for everything y'all have done for me and my family and the barbecue world. Thank y'all for everything. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without y'all and all of our friends in barbecue.
There you go. Richard says same here. So
Get it on. Yeah, Aaron, I'm the same way. Aaron's helped me so much, and Chase is helping me today. Like I said, I was out there. You know, we feed off each other, and while he learns, he's showing me new things. And if I pick up something, he's first one on the phone call. Hey, have you thought about trying this? You know, and so yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's just it's there's no other thing like competition barbecue. There is. A lot of people don't like it. They're not cooking real food. Yeah, we're cooking real food. You don't want to eat a whole bunch of it. We don't eat a whole bunch of it. But by God, you take one bite and you tell me that ain't real food, it's going to knock your lights out. You know, it's going to put a party in your mouth. And that's what you got to do. You got to put a party in their mouth. And there's no better flavor combo than that Texas oil does. I'm telling you, you build that perfect combo. You find the right seasonings that you like for your combo. That stuff is gold, true gold.
So speaking of the TOD there, Stephen, what's your go-to seasoning for just whatever you're grabbing first?
Well, if it's on a brisket, I'm gonna tell you what I use on my brisket. I'll start off with um, we changed it recently. It used to be triple X the first coat. We don't use first coat no more. So I'll start off with the oil dust. Then I'm gonna hit it with the black gold. Then I'm gonna come in with the wildcatter. Then I'm gonna hit it with the barnyard pimp. And then once that sweats down some, I'm gonna hit it with some 16 mesh black pepper. And that's what goes on my smoker.
Right on.
That exact combo in that order. And that's a heck of a combo. But Barnyard Pimp goes on everything I cook. It's the final dust on everything I cook. It even goes in my grinder. For my thumb grinder. That's, to me, it's a phenomenal rub.
Yeah, the barnyard puts a damn good color on everything.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Well, I never thought about putting it in a grinder before, and then I went over. We were coming back from a meeting or something down in South Texas. We stopped by Steven's house on the way home, and he has that grinder full of barnyard sitting there. I'm sitting there going, and I couldn't get enough of it. I was just sitting there, just hitting that grinder every 10 minutes, and he was laughing at me like, "What are you
Was there
doing?"
for about an hour, and every 10 minutes or so, he'd pick it up, put it in his hand, and taste it. But grinding it up, we asked Aaron about it. It changes the whole flavor profile, makes it more citrusy, and it really, it's a great finishing dust. Y'all be sure to try that.
Awesome.
And remember, you learned it on Beyond the Smoke. Barbecue Talk. And what you guys are, this is just another aspect and another great thing about this community is y'all bringing people together on a weekly basis. You know, they don't get to see themselves all the time, see each other all the time, and talk to the community. This is great. This is what y'all do. What, this your 71st episode?
71 is what we're on.
Oh, wow.
Kudos, man. Hats off to y'all. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
It's just an honor to be on your show.
So, Anthony, Serge, what's the question that y'all usually have asked Steven?
So Stephen, we do a little segment on here. We kind of brought up, and it's not so much like your Mount Rushmore barbecue, but we call it your dream team. So you get 4 people on your dream team, and it could be anybody. It doesn't have to be comp, doesn't have to be just your whoever's influenced you, whatever, right? And you get a box runner. So that's the question that we usually ask our guests. So what would your dream team for you that you would take like to the Royal, to the Jack, or just to cook it at your property in your backyard?
Oh, if I had to backyard would be different probably. But if I was cooking for judges, for competition, well, Chase has got to be there. That's I'm not saying that because he's here. Everybody knows that. Chase has got to be there. Aaron would have to be there if I had to pay, and he'd have to be there. That's a guaranteed fact. Third person B, just because I know, be Chuck Long.
Oh, right on.
I dig the heck out of Chuck up until his little accident. I've never seen him not walk. You know, I mean, it was always him or Aaron, first, second, first, second, first, and Paul Whitaker and Tommy. They were always right there. Just they're the top 5. Just what bundled mixture are they?
Right.
But from experience in cooking with them, I remember cooking in Midland, and we'd set our canopy up out there in that parking lot. And then I think that's with Eddie Miller. We went and stayed in a hotel that night. Next morning we come back, our canopy and everything, smokers are all gone. We're looking around, and Aaron had them and moved them into their camp, tied my canopy up to his trailer, and they had set us over there. That's when I learned about cooking in y'all's at altitude. That was a rough time. But I'd definitely take. So I watched Chuck that whole time, and I've seen him. I would definitely have Chuck on my team. So with Aaron, Chuck, and Chase, I think we would dominate any cook-off.
You got one more.
Well, I got to have a box runner.
Oh no, you need one more and a box runner.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get a big team. Well, that would be Arnie Tex.
There you go.
Good one.
I'd have
There you go.
Arnie. I'd definitely have Arnie. And as my box runner, I'd have Ryan Newton. Ryan Newton, Granbury, Texas.
Right on.
Formerly
There
from
you go.
Midland. I would have Ryan Newton. That's a team. That's a fantastic team.
Yep.
Any
sounds
day
like
of the
it.
week.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Speaking of Arnie, I wanted to bring that up earlier, and I totally forgot till you brought it up. What did he say about his new drum?
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
a nice drum?
awesome. It was
You know, I
beautiful.
built him his first drum, and we had a cow on the intake, and a pig, and
Right.
everything else, a chicken. We had a door. It had whistles and bells and shelves. But with his new venture that he's doing, it's more professional. It's more. I wanted something clean, professional looking, really great for his videos. The way he's doing his videos now, gosh, I wish I could make videos like that.
Right.
And I just felt that, and he wanted, those are his 3 trademarks that we put on there. There's 3 trademark names. He wanted those on there. But that barrel turned out nice. When he told me he wanted those colors tan, I went, oh. But man, it turned out nice. I like that color.
Yeah.
And I've done that many times. Like, oh, you don't paint it that. Can we paint it something else? No, that's what I want. It turned out nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So he really likes it. And
Yeah,
he
he would've
shared
laughed
that
on-
on my Insta. He shared that and tagged me. I think I got like 80 new followers on Instagram
There you go.
Jeez.
go.
off that video.
That
That's
paint wouldn't last too long under your care there, Steven.
Extreme temperatures.
No, Arnie's not going to be cooking like that.
Well, I did show him a trick here a while back, and he started doing it. Was the high temp paint underneath the gloss,
Mhm.
and it's helped out a lot. On
Yeah, if you'll do your primer coat, that high temp paint, and then you can color it any paint color you want with
Ah,
regular
hold it.
paint. That'll really hold it.
Yeah, Robert said, yeah, it did look fire. It looked really nice. That must have been, I don't know. It was a beautiful drum.
Now, he did burn his first one up. He left the door open,
Yeah.
and he went inside the house and come back out. You got fire out here.
Yeah. It'll take
It's
off
easy
for
to,
sure.
you turn your back on him and you leave a lid open, you're gonna burn something up.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. How did you get into the UDS parts and getting your line, or how does that work between you and UDS.com?
Oh, UDSparts.com. Old Justin Martin, it's a good guy up out of Long Island, New York. Is, you know, when I first ordered my first kit, it was a Big Papa's kit.
Oh, yeah.
And there is nothing wrong with the Big Papa's kit. It's cheap stuff, which you don't like. Again, you don't need anything on there. You just have 3 holes. That works fine. But his name's on everything, including the smoker. And when I was building people a drum, a themed drum, a Dallas Cowboy drum, or maybe their logo, it could never be their drum.
Right.
Because even every part on there said Big Papa. It's a Big Papa drum.
Right.
So the parts were a little more expensive because they're steel, they're heavy metal, and the shipping hurts you a little bit. So, but it's a cleaner design. They look a lot better. But I started coming up with parts, different designs for the parts and handles and the caster mounts. The caster mounts were my idea. We come out with those, the ones everybody's using, hinges, different stuff we were making. And I needed somewhere to sell them. And so I kind of make a deal with him. Instead of taking revenue and stuff like that, he sells me a lot of the stuff at cost, just above cost, and sells the parts for me.
Oh, awesome.
So it works out both ways for us, but that shipping still gets you. That's why I get my baskets made local.
Mm.
And a good tip for anybody building smokers is go to your high schools. they have CNC departments, and they're trying to teach these kids different things to make, and they're looking for projects.
Mhm.
So, we can get online and buy those baskets for 70, $80, or we can get them made over here for 40, $50
Right.
and don't have to pay shipping.
Right. Especially shipping on the basket, that would get pretty high.
They're not there to make money. They're just there to pay for the material and teach the kids different things they may encounter once they graduate and get on into that industry.
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, it helps them pay for the next project too.
Yeah, true. What little do they do make? So yeah, it's going back to the kids again. It gets in. You get them involved in them. A lot of these schools, when I was in Houston, would start doing that. Well, guess what? That was a way they could raise money for the school. Was start to build their own drum smokers.
Mhm.
They can make their parts. They can make their own baskets. Buy the drums. Let's put them together and sell them. They were doing very well down there in Houston. Some of those schools still do it. Fundraisers, things, different stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing to see where barbecue's going when it comes to the high school teams. I mean, they're just fucking killing it, man. Like they'll go on, they'll beat people's asses all day, just like Bubba, like Bobby's son. He's just killing it out there. And even at the Cowboy, what was it? The Gardendale, was it Gardendale? No, not Gardendale. What was that high school team?
Oh
Chase?
man,
Gardendale. Yeah. What's that town?
Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Yeah, dude, they killed it too.
Ashley does a great job with those kids, man.
Yeah, even Anthony's son is killing it with steak. Like, we gotta watch out for them, man. They're a year behind. And once they go be able to cook with the adults, they're gonna start kicking ass for sure.
Yeah.
Barbecue's not getting easier. That's for damn sure.
So, like, Amarillo has a really good barbecue team, and we know she's the teacher's a good family friend of ours. I mean, and they have I think they have 3 or 4 teams, and every single one of them have already made the state, I think.
Dang.
And that kid that came out and started cooking with us, he's the same way. He's up there. He was at
Happy?
No, he was at. Well, yeah, he might. Did he go to Happy? No, he was at Amarillo, and then he was at the Moose Knuckle. And I think he ended up like 3rd overall out of 15 teams at the Moose Knuckle.
Wow.
And it wasn't very easy. It was no walk in the park cook off at Moose Knuckle. It was some hard teams. But yeah, I mean he's coming up. He's, like I said, that pushed out of 2 comps or 3 comps that he's done, that pushed him up into the top 50 with IBCA, which says a lot.
Absolutely.
Well, there were almost 40 cooks in the
And what?
Steven, who was your other, let's see how I'm going to say this. Who is your big inspiration? Not, who do you look up to in barbecue?
Well, I can't not say Aaron Leslie. I mean, even before, the first time I come to Midland, I was wanting to learn how to trim these darn briskets the way they're doing them. And he invited, you come cook out here in Midland and I will give you a class. And he got me in his trailer the night before and he showed me, then he had me come out again to his restaurant to do a restaurant review. And he gave me a pork class. Those really are life changing to me at the time. I mean, the way they were doing things, I just couldn't figure out. I could see what they were doing, but I didn't understand. He straightened it all out for me.
Right.
But my earliest guy, the one that got me back into barbecue down in Houston, that showed me some stuff that just made me go, wow, was Fernando Ruiz. They call him the legend down in Houston. And Fernando, him, and in about that same period, I hosted Arnie's class, and Fernando was there for that class. Matter of fact, he rode the class with Arnie. And them two were the first two that made me say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it as many weekends a year that I can. So Fernando was the first one to get me back into it on a full-time basis.
Mhm.
And Arnie just kind of cemented it.
So
Arnie's class. Arnie's got a great class. He's very detailed.
Yep, he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, everybody walks in and says, well, I use this bag of this or this bag of that. No. He makes all of his stuff. Everything is, and he details it out, how he's going to put everything together. He's not buying prepackaged other competitors' products. He makes all of his stuff right there in the class. It was so detailed that his note. I got a notebook, still notebook of all the stuff we had. I had writer's cramp. But yeah, Arnie just taught so much, and if you see the video on my YouTube channel, the Arnie Texas class is you can see his face when he bit it in that brisket. He went, oh my God, that is a good brisket. I took a bite of that and I was sold.
Right.
That was the best thing I'd ever eaten in my life at the time.
Mhm.
Arnie can do some cooking.
Oh,
They
yeah,
didn't
for
call
sure.
him Mr. Consistent for nothing. He won every weekend for a long time. People would avoid cook-offs he was going to. Where's Arnie cooking at? I don't want to go there. That's what they're doing to Chase now. Oh, God, Chase just showed up.
No.
I was at the barnyard when he pulled up, and that's the first thing them two guys next to me said, oh, my God, there he is. And I went, who?
What
And
are you
then checked
talking
him.
about?
Who's that guy?
Hold on, what year was this? This year or last year?
Last year.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, this year I broke down leaving your house.
Wait, it was this year. Yeah, he
That's
wasn't going to
awesome,
cook
man.
here. He was going to Waco, and his truck broke down. And so he had to stay and cook. And all them Waco people went, nah, man, no. You stayed to cook. But his truck did break down.
I was laying in the parking lot, barnyard parking lot, fixing my power steering gearbox.
Man.
Well, that's awesome, Steven. Well, keep doing what you're doing, man. Like I said, when I started in 2017, your page was there, and then you haven't stopped. You keep going out there. You keep putting out content.
Pumping out new content.
Keep helping people. It's good seeing people that you don't recognize with their drum, big old smile on their face, and coming from Stephen Powell. So it's awesome, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. And y'all do the same thing. What I said earlier, but what y'all are doing is awesome. It's beyond awesome. You're taking a lot of your time. You're putting communities. You're sharing knowledge. You're putting faces to the name to a lot of people who don't know.
Right.
So I think it's phenomenal what y'all are doing. Kudos to both of y'all.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it. See you.
Can I ask Steve? There's one thing that we didn't get to talk about today, Stephen, and that's the meat fest.
There you go.
Oh, we have a year. Chase started this with me. Is he come down, and Richard Gation and his wife and him and Melody, they come down, and we've been last couple of years. We've been end of year. We just cook everything. We come down for a weekend and we cook more. We have 10 drum smokers out there and we're cooking. And then we have a big display, and we got spinning tables and the final table show off. And last year we cooked so much meat, we opened a Cambro like 2 days later or something. One of the Cambros, there's 2 prime rib, 2 prime roast, $200 each.
Damn.
In there ended up Fox food. There was like 4 bologna logs, a couple pork butts.
Oh, yeah.
I think a
Over
brisket. Yeah, look at that picture.
Oh, beautiful.
And that's just what we displayed. And all those tables are turning. We got disco lights going. But we're gonna this year. New Year's falls on a Wednesday, so we're gonna do it on the 2nd of January. The Friday and Saturday out here, they're gonna come out. We may have a couple other special guests. Robert Sierra said he may come out. We're hoping Aaron Leslie's gonna come out, and we're gonna cook up a meat feast and have just not. I said something to y'all earlier before we got on camera is y'all are welcome to come out. Come out here and we'll go live for an hour while we're all out here cooking.
Mm-hmm.
You can interview everybody out here because we're going to have some big names out here and we're going to have a great time. You're welcome to come out. We got plenty of hotels right here close by and plenty of parking.
Yeah.
And we're going to have plenty of food.
Awesome.
Awesome time. Absolutely.
I think Chase is wanting to order an alligator. And I texted the barbecue ninja a while ago, and he just texted me back while we was on the phone. I haven't looked, but he sent me the link on where we can order a good one.
There you go.
Yeah, I want to do a whole alligator.
Wow.
How the hell are you gonna do a whole alligator in a drum?
Hey, I got Jimbo.
No, Captain Heath. Now, y'all know Captain Heath. Captain Heath. He's done several on a drum, just curled up on it. You got to get a smaller one. But he's got the Jambo. He can cook it on Jambo. He's going to bring his trailer.
Yeah.
But they need to bring it live, and Chase needs to wrestle it and kill it.
No.
Whatever. Just get him an alligator gar out of the Trinity River there.
That's funny.
Man. This is what you get. This is what you get. Well, that's awesome, Steven. Like I said, man, anything else new coming down the pipe as far as Ugly Drum Smoker Texas? You got any new products coming out? Or
we got a new design on something we're working on that's going to come out that's not really going to change the way they cooks, but maybe change the way you. Another option on the drum that we're going to offer. I'm just not going to talk about it for a minute. But my neighbor Lonnie Watson, he's always coming up with something, and me and him talk, and then he goes over to his shop like a mad scientist and comes back with this metal thing. And says, "Will this work?" And I'm going, "How did you do that so quick?"
Awesome.
Right on.
Yeah. So how can people keep up with Ugly Drum Smoker Texas?
Well, get on the Facebook group, Ugly Drum Smokers Texas. Join the group, ask questions, contact me direct, come out here. We'll give you a basic competition class to show you. We don't go through the boxing and all that. We'll talk about it if you want to, but I'll help you straighten your game out a little bit if you got some hitches in it. And I might learn something from you. Mm-hmm. But if you want to build a smoker, contact me, order you a kit. You don't want to buy one, order a kit. I got a drum out here and I'll help you build one. No cost to me on anything I got out here. Just come on out. I'll spend the day with you. And it takes us probably if we're going to have to burn it from the scratch, we can get one built in about 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours. If we're going to cook too, expect a whole day.
Right.
Because once we get it to the point we can paint it, we got to let it dry. So we got a few hours to cook. Right. A chicken, you bring a chicken and a rack of ribs, give me 2 hours. We're going to have a good afternoon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I got Instagram. Best place to follow me is on Instagram. I post everything on Instagram. It forwards it on to Facebook. But Instagram, Ugly Drum Smokers Texas. I appreciate anybody who wants to follow, and I'm here for any advice. Contact me, any of my messenger or back door of the Instagram, and I'll answer any questions you got and help you in the way I can. And again, thanks guys for having me on the show. Chase, always good seeing you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Good seeing you too.
Congratulations again.
I might surprise you here this week.
Oh shit!
I got 10 baskets for those 10 drums he's going out. He's got to come get them.
I might be making a quick trip on Thursday.
There you go. So have the drums hot.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready for them. We'll go down to R&K Cafe, our favorite little cafe, get a nice meal, come back and cook.
It's breakfast.
Yes, sir. Last thing before we let you go, you want to thank? I know you have something on your shirt there. You want to thank anybody, any sponsors, Steven?
Yeah, I want to thank Roll Up Charcoal. I've been with them since 2018. They've always been good to me, Aaron Leslie, from his advice to his seasonings to all of his help and support. It's unmatched what he does for me, and his advice, especially on the cooking aspect of it. He's like to me, he's a barbecue god. So, but duck fat sends me a lot of their products. That duck fat I really like. I like that new Wagyu tallow spray they have. And if you haven't tried that, I think they got it now at HEB. I know they have the duck fat, but if you can get that Wagyu beef tallow that they're putting out, it's really good stuff. They also have a balsamic vinegar spray.
Oh wow!
And I got a friend of mine, Tim, that uses it on his chicken.
Nice.
He swears by it on his chicken. Now I'm not so much a balsamic vinegar on chicken, but they seem to do well with it.
Nice.
But again, thanks y'all guys for everything y'all do and for having me on the show. Chase, thanks for all your help, my friend, your support.
Always.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Stephen.
And thank you, Stephen, for coming on and spending time with us and having your schedule. I know you've been kind of under the weather the past couple of days, so we appreciate you coming on.
No,
Thanks, man. Really
it's a
appreciate
pleasure,
it.
my friend. Pleasure, my friend.
And thank y'all again for having me on as a special co-host. And again, if y'all see me at a comp and y'all need help with anything, just come ask. Don't be scared. I mean, I know I'm big and ugly, and just come ask. I'll help you out the best I can.
Well, I appreciate it, Chase. And thank you for stepping up and helping us out tonight. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, always. If y'all need me on again, just let me know.
I look
sir.
forward to your show next week.
Yes, sir. We should have a good one next week. I think. Hey, everyone's a good one.
Absolutely.
So. All right, guys.
Cool, Stephen. Have a good night.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you
too, man.
Thanks.
Oh man,
that was awesome.
Yeah, very, man. Just a good, all around good people, man. So.
Yep, right there. There's Richard. Great people right there.
Absolutely.
Well, thank y'all for letting me come on and be a co-host today.
Oh man, you know how it is. We already told you. Anybody can do it.
Oh yeah,
you can do it.
I'm a little bit more relaxed this time than what I was last time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. Yeah. So am I. So am I. You know what we got next week, Anthony? Let me see.
No, I don't, bro. Kind of seat of your pants sometimes, you know.
Oh, next week's gonna be a good one. Tyler Cannon Pitts.
Oh shoot!
Man, it's gonna be a good one.
So yeah, he makes a damn good product. Another pit builder. His pits are everywhere too. So
yeah, I've had mine.
I think Kyle booked that one. So was that what you say?
I had my ass handed to me by his pits before. That's for sure. What does Coda run?
Is it a Canon?
No, Cummins is a blue. It's down by Houston somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. It's a different, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not a Canon. His is not a Canon. So, yeah, no.
Well, I know a lot of people that run them. So,
oh yeah,
in the restaurant scene, comp scene, backyard, he has a good product. So be excited for that one. And then I think we're going to be off after that. No, we have one more 6-gun.
Oh right? yeah, 6-gun barbecue. Yep.
Yeah, so that's the last 2 for the year, and then we'll take a couple weeks off. So,
right on, brother.
So cool. Well, Chase, appreciate you coming on.
Oh yeah.
Filling in for Blue Collar. There you go.
Blue Collar. Yeah.
It's coming in the clutch there, Colin. Yeah.
Yeah. He says it's out of San Antonio. So
yes,
I knew it was blue something. I didn't know what the.
Yeah.
Blue balls.
Yeah.
Not blue balls, pits.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, cool, boys.
Thank y'all again for having me on. It was fun. If I don't see y'all between now and end of the year, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And you as well, brother.
Yes, sir. And as long as everybody else too. So hopefully we'll see you again next week, and we'll do it again.
Well, we'll be on.
Absolutely.
On
Thank
Beyond
you.
the Smoke. Later.
This is Parrish Randall, and this concludes this episode of Beyond the Smoke. Thanks for stopping by, friend. We hope to see you again real soon. Until next time, happy trails. Until we talk meat again.